Watch your toesies. Nice. Go get some
Good
more.
job. Whoa. All right, see ya. That's freaking adorable, dude.
Oh, I'm so proud of her.
All right, today we are looking at the Insta360 Go 2 6 months later. And it was announced 5 months ago, but I had it for a month before that, so yeah, this is 6 months later. And we're gonna talk about how this camera has been for those 6 months, how I've been using it kind of more in like a day-to-day situation, and what's the one killer feature of this little camera that's kept me reaching for it almost every single day. It's a feature that I will be shocked if every action camera at some point doesn't just steal this feature and make it a part of all action cameras. Like every action camera should have this feature. Before we jump into it though, hit that like button, that helps a ton on this channel. Maybe you think about subscribing for more photo, video, tech shenanigans. And comment below. Let me know what you guys think of this video, but also let me know if you guys have the Go 2. Comment below, let me know what you've thought of it so far in these 5 months that it's been publicly available. If you have this camera, see if you can guess the killer feature. I was talking with Insta360 recently. I was kind of walking through like why I use this camera so much and how I've been using it. And they were like, hey, would you make a video saying to everyone else what you just said to us? And I was like, yeah, I will. So thank you Insta360 for sponsoring today's video. Okay, 6 months later with the Go 2, how has it been? And again, what is that killer feature that keeps me reaching for this camera even over like my iPhone? Like I reach for this before I reach for my iPhone. And the first thing is that it's tiny, 27 grams for the actual camera itself. So the main way that I've been using this camera is with this guy, the hat mount. I know it might look silly, but I'm a photographer, videographer. I'm used to looking silly. So this is pretty much how I've been using this camera almost exclusively. Like I walk around with it on this, even a lot of times I'll walk around with my hat normal, but it's in the back. It's just kind of like a way of holding the camera for me. If we're going to the beach, we're going to the playground, even like hanging around the house sometimes, I'll just leave this on my hat. And then when the girls start doing something at the beach or the playground and I'm like, oh, I want to film this, I just turn my hat around and press the button. And now I'm recording everything that they're doing. It's literally a hands-free way of recording my life. And that's kind of the main reason that I use cameras. The main way that I use cameras is to try to capture memories, which is why I use my iPhone a ton, or I used to use my iPhone a ton. Because even outside the killer feature that I'm gonna talk about, I don't like being the guy behind my phone all day. Like being the dad at the playground that's running around with my phone like this and being like, okay, do it, honey, or go. Just this aspect of being behind my phone, I don't like it. And having this up here, I just play with the girls. I hit record, I just start hanging out with them, we start doing stuff. If I want like a lower down shot, I just kind of grab it and I hold it low. If she's sliding down, I like kind of put it in the slide and do something with it. And then when I'm done, I just slap it back up there and back to POV mode. And I'm not filming super long clips with it either. I'm filming like 30 seconds to 2-minute type clips of my kids, which is again, kind of how I've always used my iPhone. Like something would happen, I'd pull my iPhone out, I'd be like, click, and I'd start recording it. And then 30 seconds, 45 seconds later, I would stop the clip. So I'm not filming long, like 30-minute types of things. Then as for the battery case, this thing has been pretty sweet. The camera itself has 30 minutes of battery time, but then this has an extra 120 minutes. So together, I've got 2.5 hours of footage, which is way more than I would need to record all those short clips. Like if I go out for a full day, like we went to the beach with the girls, we played all day long, not once did I even think to charge the battery. Because 2.5 hours, that's like 2.5 GoPro batteries, which I never use that much in a day. And then while it's only 1440p, and I think in my initial review I kind of mentioned that as like one of the cons, like it's only 1440p. The thing is that I mainly use this to post clips for friends and family. Like I'm gonna film something with this and then I'm gonna export it and put it on Instagram stories or put it on TikTok or something like that. And both of those formats are 1920 by 1080 and 1440p is 2560 by 1440. So it's bigger than the format that I'm actually using it for, so I can still zoom in a little bit with that 1440. Of course, it's not 4K, but I also use clips like this, put them in videos like this, and I export it as 4K, and no one seems to know the difference. Yeah, Premiere does a pretty good job of even taking 1080 footage, and if you export it as 4K, it's still very difficult to tell that that wasn't originally a 4K clip. Next major thing that's kind of stood out to me in the 6 months is the stabilization. It is, but it's as good as like the GoPro or the Osmo Action. Like it's that same, like it looks like it's on a gimbal. Like I'll run next to my daughter, like she's running and I'm running, and I can look at I'm trying to keep it as stable as I can, but I can see my hand is like gah, 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 gah. But the clip looks amazing. Like the clip is shockingly smooth for how clearly bouncy I'm being. And then part of that stabilization is the flow state stabilization with horizon lock. So this camera, I can hold it like this and I can turn it all the way around like that. So if I'm like turning or I'm doing this, the actual shot stays right side up. It's really similar to the max lens mod for the GoPro 9. So with the max lens mod on the GoPro 9, you add those things together, you get this big honking thing that's quite expensive. Now this camera can do that same thing that this little teeny tiny 27 gram action camera can do. But the last thing, the thing that's been the killer feature for me, the reason that I've pretty much have this camera almost anywhere I go, with this teeny tiny camera, if I flip it into what's called Pro Video mode, it essentially films like almost like a RAW format. And I can then take that clip, I can bring it into either the mobile or desktop app, and then I can take those and export them as either 9x16 or 16x9. The same video file, I can export 2 different ways. So if we're at the beach and Eleanor's doing something really cute, I can film it how I want to film it, which is horizontal or landscape mode. And then I can also export another clip so that I can share it on social media with you guys and with my friends and family in 9x16 vertical mode. I have a confession. I really don't like vertical video. I don't like video like this. The only screen that we watch vertical video on is our cell phones. And I know that Instagram stories and TikTok have kind of made vertical video like the standard, but then when you take those videos and you want to watch them on your laptop or your iPad or your house TV, like you put it up on your home TV and you have this huge TV and your video is just like this sliver of the screen with these giant black bars on the side. It looks terrible. That's not how video is supposed to be filmed. It's not even how you see the world. Like just stand and look out into the world. You can see way wider than you can tall. Like do this, stare at the screen right now and take your hands and start moving them up. That right there. I can't see here. I can't see my hand right up there. And if I move it down right there, this is my peripheral vision right there. But wide, if I start doing the same thing, I'm looking at the screen, I can still see both my hands right now. Which is why horizontal video is much more, it's how we see the world, and this damn vertical video that's like taken over drives me crazy. Every time life is happening and I look over and Morgan is filming something vertical, I go, babe, because I know she wants to share it on Instagram, and I totally get that. I want to share also, but I want those files in that landscape mode. I want them in 16:9 landscape mode. And with this little camera, anything I film in Pro Video mode, I can then export as 9x16, take the same clip, export it as 16:9. And that's why this is my favorite forward shooting action camera. The Insta360 1X2, this is still my favorite action camera just because the 360 is bananas cool. But for anything I'm doing where I'm not gonna be filming for like more than like 5-minute clips, I pretty much use this as my main action camera now. I know that sounds so crazy, and 6 months ago, I did not think that was gonna be the case. But let me know what you guys think. I wanna hear what you guys think about that killer feature. Is it that important to you? Do you like having all those vertical videos on your phone that then when you put them anywhere else, they have these giant black boxes on the side of the screen? Do you not mind that? Or maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm alone in this. Maybe I'm just crazy. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments about that as like a killer feature. Is that a killer feature for you? Is it something that you want to see other action cameras adopt? Like imagine a GoPro or like an Osmo Action 2 with that built in, or like the 1R. Like imagine if the 4K lens, like they put a mod on there that was a 4K video, but you could do that Pro Video thing with a forward-facing camera. Yeah, let me know. I'll see you guys soon. Where are you going? I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you. Oh no, I got you. Okay, go. Oh, where are you going? Get back here. Get back here, you. Shh, baby Penny's sleeping.